Okay, friends, let's get started on some math. Remember, I told you that our job this week is to make a 10 to add easily. So if you think back to what we've been doing, we're going to decompose a number to make a 10 with another number to make it easier to add. So let's get our brains warmed up. I want you to do our problem of the day. So here is our problem of the day. I'm going to read it to you. 6 of the kids in class got a haircut. There are 11 kids in the class. How many kids did not get a haircut? So the very first thing that you need to do is you need to figure out, what does this problem want you to do? Right now, I know that I see these 6 kids in my class that got a haircut. Well, I know that there are 11 total kids in my class. So I already have 6. I'm going to count on 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So right here, I can see the total number of kids in the class. I can see the number of kids that got a haircut, and I can see the number of kids that did not. Some of you may want to work it like this. There are 11 kids in the class, and 6 of them got a haircut. So now you can see how many kids did not get a haircut. Either way is a completely fine way to answer this problem. So now that I've drawn my picture, the next thing I need to do is I need to be able to write a number sentence to match that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look up here and I could say 6 plus 5 equals 11. But I'm going to have to know which one of those numbers is my answer. So I already know it's not this number because this number was in my problem. I already know it's not this number because this number was in my problem. So I know this is my missing number. Down here, I could write 11 kids in my class. 6 of them got a haircut, which means there are 5 that did not. Either way, I came up with the same exact answer. So now I'm ready to write my sentence that answers this question. How many kids did not get a haircut? So I'm going to write 5, because that's my answer. Kids did not get a haircut. So I now have done the 3 things I need to do to solve my word of the day problem. I've drawn a picture. I've written a number sentence, whether it's addition or subtraction, and I wrote a sentence to answer my question, how many kids did not get a haircut? 5 kids did not get a haircut. Great job, friends. Now, let's get started on making a 10 to add more easily. So the first thing I want you to do is check out my picture, okay? So my problem says 8 kids are on a bus. Well, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see my 8 kids on the bus. Now, I see 5 more that are waiting to get on the bus. I want to know how many children are going to get on the bus. So the first thing I could do is say, oh, well, that's easy. I could just add 8 plus 5. However, you have to remember our job is to try to make a 10 because making a 10 will make it a lot easier to add. So what I'm going to do is I am going to circle 10. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you see my 10 that I've circled? So instead now of 8, I actually have 10. And then I can see what I need to add to 10. 10 plus 3. Can you add 10 plus 3 more easily than 8 plus 5? Of course you can. 10 plus 3 is? Yes, you've got it. 13. So there are 13 kids that are going to be on my bus. There are 13 kids that are going to be on my bus. I also can show this using my counters. Here are my kids that are already on the bus. I have my 8 kids that are on the bus. Here are my 5 kids that are waiting to get on the bus. So I know what I need to do is I need to go ahead and make it 10. So I'm going to take 2 of my kids waiting, put them on the bus, and now I can see an easier problem. 10 plus 3 is 13. So it's the same exact thing that we just did. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you another problem. So I'm going to take my bus again. And this time I'm going to say there are 6 kids on the bus. So we no longer have 8 on the bus. We have 6. And I see 5 that are waiting. But remember, my job, I've got to be able to make a 10. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to circle 10 kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I see 10 kids. I no longer have 6 on the bus. I have all of these 10. 10 plus my 1 that's still waiting. What is 10 plus 1? That's exactly right, 11, which is the same answer as 6 plus 5. But look how much quicker you were able to get it by making a 10. So now I'm going to show you that same problem using my counters. I told you that we have 6 friends on the bus. Here are my 6 friends that are on the bus. And we have 5 friends that are waiting to get on the bus. Well, I know that my job is to make a 10, so I'm going to take some of these kids that are waiting and go ahead and put them on the bus. Now I can see that I have a full 10, So now I don't have 6 plus 5, I have 10 plus 1. 10 plus 1 is 11. So it's so much easier to make a 10 when you are adding. Now, your job today is to complete pages 123 and 124 in your Teddy Bear Math Workbook. It's going to be the same exact thing that we just did with the bus and the counters, and you're going to see counters on that paper. And you're going to show how to make a 10 to add easier. So you're going to do pages 123 and 124 in your Teddy Bear Workbook. Once you're finished, I want you to take a picture of it to send it to me.